Okay, we're here at Wright College on the north side of Chicago with Jameel Carter, and today we are addressing wrestling, getting off the basketball front for a little while. Jameel is a very fine wrestler here. He's a freshman at Wright College, but him and his brother Jamaal have a great history, even though it's a short one, at their young ages of wrestling here in Chicago. Jameel, why don't you go ahead and talk to us about it, what high school the both of you came out of, and some great notoriety that you both had back then.
Me and my brother, we both attended Uplift Community High School. It was on the north side of Chicago. And it's like all 4 years we both competed against each other. Not only against our competitors, but against each other. So it's like our freshman year, I had the better record. And then sophomore, junior, senior, he finished out with a bang. So it's like now, since we're college wrestling, we're still doing the same thing. So it's like, we just motivate each other with everything that we do.
Talk to me about your years of wrestling at Uplift. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of, knowledge about, there's not a lot of people that know about wrestling at Uplift. I mean, talk to me about wrestling in a smaller school that doesn't have a wrestling background.
Man, it was hard. Like my freshman year, like basketball and football was the biggest sports.
Of course.
So it's like, didn't nobody know that wrestling is the wrestling that me and my brother do now. So it's like I came in as a freshman. I had goals. I wanted to set. First goal was to become the first city champion for Uplift. I completed that goal. Second goal was to become the first regional champion at Uplift. I completed that goal. And the third champion was to become a state qualifier. I completed that goal. So it's like every year I added a goal. My sophomore year, I wanted to wrestle again downstate. I won regionals. I didn't win city my sophomore year. I lost to Lane Tech. I lost to the kid Nick Janikowski from Lane Tech. So it's like he knocked that off for me. Then it's like I had to look beyond city and just go downstate. So it's like wrestling for regionals. I won regionals, sectionals. I took third. Downstate, I lost like my first round match. So it's like every year I got better. Than my junior year, I took second at city. I lost to the kid again from Lane Tech.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like me and Lane is a big rival. And then I won regionals. Then make it out of section my junior year. I was cutting a lot of weight and it was just hard. Then my senior year, I came back. I won city. I upset at the kid from Lane Tech that was beating me for like 2 years in a row. Upset at him, and then won regionals, won sectionals. My first sectional championship win ever, like the first ever. Like I never won sectionals, never won regionals when I was in grammar school, but coming to high school, I changed that. So it's like becoming a sectional champ I was getting a lot of offers that night on sectionals, right after the finals, because the kid was beating me 4-2, going to the third period. I took him down, and the ref hit me with a staller and a lock hand, so he forced the match to overtime. So in overtime, I kind of like just capitalized and just shot a blast double, and I just finished it. And then like I just showed everybody that the city had good wrestlers too.
You know, it shows that your passion for wrestling is intense. Obviously, you're athletic, and we'll probably talk about this in a moment, a few other opportunities. What made wrestling the forefront?
I mean, coming in, like, I originally committed to Western Kentucky, and what was it, November? Right after football season, I committed the day after I lost in the first round state playoffs game. I committed to Western Kentucky. I was feeling the offense. Cause like in high school I played quarterback. I played anything except for linebacker, line, defensive line, tight end. So like I was kind of the skill. I was the skill guy in high school. By me being small, a lot of schools like my ability to not be scared of the contact. So it's like I picked Western Kentucky because I knew people there. Like my cousin was the defensive coordinator and the recruiting coordinator. So it's like I was familiar with some of the offense, some of the defense. So I thought it was a good fit for me. Then I found out how college was when I took the visit. So it's like then I decommitted. Then wrestling season, I was like I'm gonna give myself more time to prepare. So wrestling season came, and me and my brother, we both verbally committed to Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania, but that was way too far. My mom and dad didn't want us to go that far for our first year. So we was like, we just gonna come to our home, which is Wright College, because we started wrestling with Eric Wetzel. So it was like, we just gonna come to our home and just wrestle for him.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that a little bit later, but talk to me about your coach right now, Coach Wetzel.
And he's like another dad to me, because like, me and my brother been in his life for like 12, 13 years, and like, he took care of us. Whatever we needed, whatever we asked for, he gave it to us. Like, he helped us on and off the mat, like with home situations, like whenever one of us was going through something, like in school, he was there. We always talked to him. Still to this day, like we still talk to him now about personal situations and things like that. But it's like, man, he was my Greco coach, my freestyle coach. He if it wasn't for him and my uncle Rick Alboy, which was my high school coach, if it wasn't for those two, me and my brother wouldn't be in the place that we are now.
Outstanding. And the place you are at right now is Wright College, and unfortunately, just as the season in your freshman year is about to get off to a start, something has happened medically. So if you can let us know how your season is about to take a turn for a different course.
Yeah, like, man, I was eager to wrestle in college. Like, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be. I had my mindset I was gonna win nationals as a freshman for a junior college. So coming to this season, like, my original way I wanted to wrestle and compete at 125, but things didn't go right when I took the body fat testing. So it's like I weighed in at 146, and the lowest I was able to wrestle at was 133. So it's like I had to get my body in to change. I had to get a lot stronger. I started lifting weights heavy, and like I just started running and conditioning. So it's like the first tournament I did okay. I didn't do that well because I was cutting a lot of weight like 2 days before. So it's like now I realize that like college wrestling is like it's literally legit. So my second tournament was in Concordia, Wisconsin, in McCoy, Wisconsin. So it's like there, when I weighed in, I felt like that my body felt good, like my body wasn't trained. So I went out there, I competed, I wrestled the best of my ability. I lost 3 matches, I went 5-3, 8 matches, and that was like I lost to like a kid from Elmhurst. He was ranked like 2. He was ranked second in Division III. I lost to a kid from Concordia University in Nebraska. He was ranked second, and I lost to another kid from Concordia University in Wisconsin. And then I promised myself like I was gonna get the first technical fall on the team. My first match, my first college win ever this year. I teched the kid. It was like 25-6. So it's like, yeah, this is like after that match, I knew what I was capable of. After that match, I just set the tone. Like each match, I got closer and closer to the finals, but unfortunately, I lost in the quarterfinal championships, and I just had to wrestle my way back through. And like it was hard. Like now, I got a medical injury, so it's like it's like my freshman year of college wrestling, like going down the drain. But like I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm just gonna like push for more, and strive for excellence. And so it's like the medical thing, like. I don't know, like, I'm not letting it stop me, but, like, at the same time, it also hurts to see, like, my twin brother and my other teammates wrestling, and I can't be on the mat with them. Because, like, all through my wrestling career, I always set the tone for my brother. Like, when I win, he has to win.
Well, as we discussed, truly a tough break, but you're looking forward, as we all should, to another year coming up. And in JUCO, you have 2-year eligibility, right?
Yes.
So there's more opportunities after you leave the school. We discussed some other things and maybe even other sports. What's happening there?
Right now, me and my brother got an offer from the University of Tuskegee in Alabama. It's a historical black college, but they still D1 to play football. And like right now, it's like I'm mentally stuck. Like I don't know whether I want to continue my wrestling career or just play football. Cause like in high school, like even like we were wrestling before we were playing football. So it's like wrestling came first. Then like in high school, football was the first season. So it's like all 4 years I started on the varsity team, 4-time varsity captain, 4-time all-city player, 4-time all-state player, and 4-time all-conference player. So it's like a lot of JUCO, D1, and D2 schools were looking at me and my brother. So it's like by me being a little guy, like I had a lot to bring. I had speed, a lot of power. I was aggressive on the mat and on the field. So it's like now, like I'm debating on whether I should take the football offer or the wrestling offer. The wrestling offer is from the University of Concordia in Nebraska. So it's like that's a big deal. Like right now, I've just gotta sit down with my mom, sit down with my dad and my brother. We gotta talk about this as a family on whether or not I'm gonna continue to play football or wrestling.
I'm going to assume that your brother and you have got to be a package deal. You're not going separately.
Yeah, we got a package deal. Everywhere we go, we got to be a package deal. We got to stick together because, like, my mom had us together, so we want to finish together.
Outstanding. Talk to me about academics. What are you taking here, and what are you looking to get into once the athletic career is going?
Graduate from high school, my ACT wasn't that high. My GPA was a 3.7 out of a 4.0 scale. So it was like at Uplift, it was a college prep. So I took I had all honors. So it was like it wasn't like nothing easy. So like this year, I just wanted to get my general educations out the way. I took like my reading, my English, and that's pretty. Like I just took like the main 2 classes I needed for this semester. So next semester, I'm gonna take English 101 and like probably a science and a physical education class. So it's like I'm just like this year I'm undecided about about my education and my field. But next year, I'm probably gonna declare I want to study in nursing, or I want to become an athletic trainer.
There you go. Wrap it up now for the next 30 seconds. Just your thoughts about where you're at right now in life and college and the wrestling situation and the detour that it took in the last few days with the medical injury. Just talk to us about your station in life right now.
And like, life is good right now, but it's like, unfortunately, I took that detour in my career. Like, I can't wrestle now, so it's like I don't know what to do. Like, emotionally, like, I break down every night and cry because like I really wanted to wrestle for the rest of the year. Like, my freshman year, like, it's really going down the drain, so it's like I can't really do nothing about it, but just get stronger and just live off that. So it's like now, I don't know, like now I'm looking up to my brother, because he gotta lead the way by himself now. It's like I'm gonna be in this corner coaching him. I'm gonna hopefully by the end of December I'll be able to at least practice with him. I just want to get my brother better so he can win a national championship.
Outstanding, Jameel. Thank you.